Greetings, my friends. Jason here with my lovely wife, Christina.
Hi.
I have to say that I'm married to her, right?
Happy New Year.
So anyway, so really interesting stuff happening around this whole New Year thing, right? I don't know if some of you guys noticed this or had friends who were, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And here we are 6 days into the new year and fuck, all that's out the window, right? It's just gone, right? So a lot of things that I observed, people were saying things like, oh, this year I'm going to lose weight. This year I'm going to be nicer to people. This year I'm going to travel more. This year I'm going to make more money. Okay? So there's some real problems with executing these things for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is they have no specificity at all, none whatsoever, and your mind works off images. So if you're going to feed your mind an idea, you have to start with a clear picture of what that is. So tonight, what Christina and I are going to do is we're going to share with you one method. There's many methods. We're going to share with you one. It's very simple that you can use to create very specific goals that you can feed your mind that it can latch onto. Okay, and the methodology we're going to teach you is called SMART. It's just an acronym. Okay, so we'll just start going through the letters. So S stands for
Specific.
Right. So specific. So if I tell Christina, hey, Christina, this year I'm going to make more money, is that very specific? Because what happens if I walk down the street and I find a quarter?
You made more money.
I made more money, right? Fuck, I'm a quarter richer than I would have been if I had just done my regular job. Congratulations. Mission accomplished, right?
Kabam! The
Right.
universe awarded you what you asked
The
for.
universe gave me what I asked for. More money, kabam, there it is, goal accomplished, right? I made more money. But that's not really what I meant to say. So what I really wanted to say was, this year I'm going to make $50,000 by June 1st or something along that line. Very specific, right? So if you have a weight loss goal, or if you have a muscle gain goal, or if you have a time goal that you want to meet, you have to put a time on it, right?
Yeah. And I might add that $50,000 tax-free.
Tax, how would you do that?
I don't know.
All right.
Would be a good goal, though.
All right, we'll talk about that. So the next letter in the chain of the word is M. So S-M, M stands for?
Measurable.
Measurable, right? How can I measure more money? Well, I need to count it, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm going to make $5,000 a month, $20,000 a month, whatever the number is.
$50,000 by June, all stacked up in $100 bills.
Yeah, whatever the case may be, right? It needs to be measurable, right? If I'm going to say I'm going to be nicer to people, then you know what? I need to measure how many times I'm nice to people. And I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but it really does make a difference, right? So maybe being nicer to people is calling your mom every Sunday, right? So if I call my mom every Sunday, that's measurable. Did I call her on Sunday? Yes or no, right? Very simple, very measurable. The next letter in the acronym is going to be A, which stands for?
Attainable.
Attainable. So explain to the group what you mean by attainable.
Attainable would just be something realistic, something that's, if I set a weight goal and I want to lose 50 pounds in 1 week, I mean, that's a stretch. That's a big stretch, right?
Stretch.
Unless I went and got liposuction and they took out 50 pounds, right? But that's not going to happen. Right. So making it attainable and realistic, set yourself up for success.
Right, or if you want to be an 8-foot-tall fighter pilot, right? Like they have a height limit on who can get in the cockpit, right? So it has to be something you can actually do, right? So that's A, has to be attainable. That brings us to the R, which stands for?
Risky.
Risky. So risky, this is a hard one to explain, and so what we're going to do is we're going to do some more videos, and I'll share with you a goal that I've created at the end of this video. But we'll delve a little bit more in depth. But basically, risky means that you are kind of bumping up against the edge of your comfort zone, whatever that is. So if, for example, you are not comfortable calling your mother because you have bad blood between you, and you are putting yourself in a vulnerable position, picking up the phone and calling to say hi, that would be a risky goal. There's somewhere where you're putting yourself outside your comfort zone, and you are acting anyway. You're training yourself to be courageous in the face of fear. So that's what I mean when I say risky. Do you have anything to add to that?
I think sometimes we sell ourselves short, right? We say, this year, I'm going to just make such and such amount, let's say, but really have the potential to do even more. So don't sell yourself short. Stretch yourself. You want to grab get yourself outside the box, which Jason might explain in
Yeah.
another show.
Yeah, so basically in a nutshell, no sandbagging, motherfuckers, right? So if you know you can make an extra $5,000 this year, that's not very risky. If you know you can make an extra 10, it's not risky. If you know it's going to stretch you to make an extra 40, then that's a risky goal. It's something worthy of your time and
Yeah.
attention. It's something you'll be excited about, right? So that's the R,
Mm-hmm.
which leads us to the T, which is
T would be timely.
timely.
Time.
What-
When are you going to get this done?
That's right.
I'm
That's
always
right.
asking Jason, when are you going to do this?
I'm sure many of you fellas out there can relate, right? When, right?
Now.
So if I tell you I'm going to lose weight, right? Or if I tell you I'm going to lose 10 pounds, or if I tell you I'm going to gain 10 pounds of muscle, you know, that's an open-ended statement. It could happen next year, it could happen 5 years from now, and I would still be right. So the point of it being timely is simply to give yourself some urgency, right? So if I want to lose 10 pounds, and I'm going to say, look, I'm going to lose 10 pounds in the next 4 weeks, or 8 weeks, or whatever is comfortable, or not necessarily comfortable, it might be a stretch, but whatever you know someone can look at and say, hey, you did it or you didn't do it, let's examine what you did to get there, right? So specific, measurable, attainable, risky, and timely. Put a time limit on it.
Yeah.
Urgency, right?
Yes.
Good news is we're all dying, right? And that's good news because you need to get off your ass and move today, right? Move today. I'm 42, about to be 43 years old. Urgency has become a huge thing for me, right? I want to leave a legacy. There's a lot of things I want to do. So if I throw things in Christina's face, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I don't put a time limit on it, she can't really hold me accountable. She can't really help me and support me, right? And I'm not really doing myself any favors because I'm not emotionally attached to something that I could do 10 years from now.
Right.
Right.
There's a saying.
What does that say?
One of my favorites.
What is it?
The universe rewards
The
urgency.
universe rewards urgency. That's so true, right? So be bold and mighty forces will accompany you, right? Is another way of saying that, right? Get out, move, do something quickly, and you'll find that people will start to look your way. Hey, that person's doing something they're not normally doing. Hey, that person, I'm attracted to that person's energy. I'm attracted to that person's drive. And you'll start building a team by accident. It's amazing how it happens. But anyway, so smart goals. So go back. If you fucked up all your goals, it's okay. Nobody cares, right? Who cares, right? You obviously don't, or you wouldn't have broken your goals in the first place, right? But if you're serious, start with a smart goal and realize that the whole purpose of this is not about attaining the goal so much as it is about becoming the person who's able to have enough mastery over him or herself to create the daily habits to create the outcome. The goal is the outcome. We're starting with the end in mind. That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
We're beginning with the end in mind. The important piece is the system that you create that generates the result. And I can't stress that enough. So if you missed your goal or already messed up your goal, who cares? Start over. It's about what you do daily. You become what you regularly do, right? So the purpose of the goal is not necessarily to hit the goal. It's to generate the systems, the processes in your daily life that will allow you to bang that goal out, right?
What did you say earlier?
Something along the lines of what I just said. I don't remember
You
exactly.
said be, do, have.
Be, do, have. And we'll go into more of that later. This video is getting a little bit long. So good night for now. Good night from Calgary, and we will see you in the next video. Oh, I promised I would share with you a goal of mine, and because the video is getting long, I decided that I might cut it short, but I'm going to go ahead and share it. So my commitment to you this year is to create one of these instructional, helpful, thoughtful type videos every single week of this year. So by the end of this year, you should have a collection of 52 videos that I've created and put into the marketplace. And if I don't have those, then you'll know for a fact that I did or did not create them, right? So it's very specific, it's measurable, it is attainable, right? It's risky because I've never done this before, and I'm not necessarily comfortable doing it, right? And it's timely. It has to be done before the end of the year. So that's my advice to you. That's all I have for you tonight, and I will see you next time.
Bye.